So tell me how you actually, developed into this big team. How long have you been doing real estate?
Well, I started in 2007 as an individual agent, and then we started the team in 2014. And so really we grew as our business, like as our client base grew, because we've always wanted to make sure that we keep that personal touch. Right. We don't ever want to get so big that, maybe, for example, I meet with a client that wants to sell their home and then, I would just pass them to someone back at the office. So we always wanted to add on agents as our business grew, as our clients grew.
Give them that personal attention.
So they have the personal attention. They never feel like a number. Another side of it too is with our agents, and I've experienced this firsthand, is, you can only take on so much and do it well. And also you want to have some kind of, there's not perfect balance, but you want to have some kind of, time for yourself, your family. So that's the other reason we brought agents on, because agents will get, and other team members too will get burned out.
That's the hard part too, as you grow, is being able to delegate to and trusting. And
that's
I guess that's
true.
where the personality tests come in. It's like, hey, who can I trust? And but recruiting, has been a challenge? Has it been because I think there's a big pool of realtors, especially now. Well, there was more, I guess, during COVID. Everyone was a realtor then, but growing that team, has it been hard to recruit the right people? Is that something you do, or is that your specialty?
It is. It is. I mean, she's the face of the business, so people expect to maybe hear from her or see her at some point in the process. And she actually attends the final interview.
Gotcha.
Our interview process is 5 rounds, and it's a process that we've learned through Keller Williams, who we're with, and they've really taught us a lot over the years. It's funny because we've got a great reputation, and so I'm even in a mastermind that's just about recruiting. We meet every week with agents all over the nation, and we talk about what's working, what's not working, and just really bounce ideas off each other, because we're all wanting to grow our businesses and make sure we have the right people. And so our interview process is drawn out. We even do another personality assessment outside of the disc that's catered more just for real estate through Keller Williams. And that really helps really figure out, what they are. But, everyone can put a face on for that 5 rounds.
Sure.
When you actually see them in action on your team and they start settling in and becoming themselves, relaxing, then you really get to see their real personality. And so every now and again, you'll get someone's like, man, I just don't know. I thought this was golden, and it just seems like they're just kind of pushing back a little bit more.
Right.
They're not aggressive enough on starting their, making sure they're doing what's necessary for their business to grow.
Right.
But as I was heading over here right now, we were shooting a recruiting video in our kitchen, and as I'm walking through the kitchen, I'm just laughing because we just seen so many different agents apply lately, and team members as well. I walked out of the building and I said, we need to stop recruiting. It's just so much, it's just like, and some teams would love those opportunities. Like, I can't get someone to apply. We get people applying every day. And so it's just a matter of sifting through those and finding the right talent. And
you guys have built a good culture, though, I think, and your marketing for sure has been good. And your We Are Schramme, I think you built the family type culture, and I love the Schramme part. That's awesome. But which is, someone was telling me too, is like you need to have a business that people want to go to, work for, and be there for, right? And if you don't have that, then it's like, well, you're not going to be able to attract talent or the right people. So obviously, you've been able to do that, not without its challenges, I'm sure. But
I would say because you can attract the right people, but then to your point, if the culture isn't there, then you're not going to keep them. You're going to have that turnover. And we've learned a lot over the years on that, for sure. As far as just, I remember like the first couple assistants I hired, I hadn't gone through the training, and I just would, talk to them for 30 minutes or an hour. And if we had a great conversation, I would hire them.
You found something you liked. You're
exactly.
like, okay.
Oh, I like your, we're both moms. And I like what and we go to this church. And let's work together. So you definitely learn.
It's a little more complicated
It's a lot more complicated. And then, of course, growing it, and then just really, making time, like even with when I think about the culture too, the team, there's so much that goes into that. There's so many things that we do together as a team, because, one of my favorite books, Fierce Conversations, the conversation is a relationship. So that's one of the things that I've learned too over the years, just being, very busy as a realtor and as a mom, and as a wife, and just everything that, I have to slow down, and I love the team. It's not that I don't, but I can get in that kind of stuck in that, okay, I'm doing all these things, you know, and that's over here.
Right. So it's that balance, like you said.
It's that balance, yeah. And
hard.
scheduling, learning how to really schedule it out. So that way for me, that gives me more peace, knowing, okay, I have, these things are all getting done. So now I can make sure to, you know,
you have to, because if you don't manage that time,
a lot, like you said,
to
others.